Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so glad you could join us today as we dive into Belgium's e-invoicing updates and how they connect to the EU's ViDA initiative. But firstly, I would like to show a short video and then we can start it. Yeah, I wanted to show this video because if this scene looks familiar to you, you are not alone. Let's talk about how we can turn this chaos into compliance. And with digital transformation moving faster than ever, the EU has been stepping up its efforts to streamline e-invoicing and real-time reporting. The 2014/55/EU directive set the foundation for mandatory invoicing in public procurement. And the EN 16931 standard ensures invoices and structured, interoperable, and compliant. Now, with ViDA, these requirements are expanding beyond just B2G transaction. B2B invoicing is changing too, and business need to be ready. So, what will we cover today? First, what ViDA is all about and how it's reshaping invoicing and VAT compliance. Belgium's transition from the Peppol four-corner model in 2026 to the five-corner model in 2028 with real-time e-reporting, of course. And the key differences between traditional invoices and structured invoices and why formats like XML, JSON, and UBL matter for compliance. So, of course, also I would like to introduce my ladies. Masha Malikova, she's an experienced invoicing consultant at Melasoft, specializing in Peppol and digital tax compliance. And Sultan Kılıç, she is seasoned e-compliance consultant at Melasoft with deep expertise in EU tax regulations and cross-border invoicing compliance. So, lady, if we are ready, we can start and let's dive in. Actually, I would like to start with you, Sultan. I want to ask to you a really basic question. Could you briefly explain what an invoice actually is?
Yeah, of course, Ayça. Thank you. Simply put, an invoice is a document that records a transaction between a buyer and a seller. It includes key details like who is buying and selling, what is being sold, products and services, the quantity, price, and VAT details, payment terms, and due dates. In the past, invoices were mostly on paper or sent as PDFs, but these formats have their limits when it comes to automation, validation, and tax compliance, especially with new regulations coming in.
So, what exactly makes an invoice an e-invoice, and how is it different from PDF, Word, or Excel file?
Mhm. Great question, Ayça. Thank you. An e-invoice isn't just a digital invoice. It is structured in a way that allows systems to process it automatically. Unlike PDFs or scanned invoices, e-invoices follow standardized formats like XML, JSON, or UBL, making them fully compatible with different accounting and tax systems. And this isn't just a best practice. It is actually a legal requirement under the 2014/55 EU directive. According to this directive, a valid e-invoice must be machine readable and capable of seamless integration into financial systems. That is why sending a PDF over email doesn't count as a real e-invoice under the EU law. It lacks structured data because needed for automation and compliance.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Sultan. And I would like to turn my face to Masha. Masha, I'd like to ask you that could you walk us through Belgium's transition to mandatory invoicing and real-time e-reporting?
Well, of course, Belgium is adopting a phased approach to e-invoicing, which is aligning with the European Union's ViDA initiative. So here's the key timeline. First, we have January 1st, 2026, in which Belgium will implement the Peppol four-corner model for B2B invoicing. And then 2 years later, on January 1st, 2028, Belgium will transition to the Peppol five-corner model, introducing real-time e-reporting for what compliance. And this transition from a four-corner to a five-corner model means that tax authorities will have direct access to invoicing data, ensuring more efficient VAT collection and fraud prevention. And, well, of course, businesses will need to adapt their systems to comply with this shift.
Yeah, thank you so much. And at the beginning, I mentioned about ViDA. Also, I'd like to ask, I'd like to talk about ViDA. Sultan, what is ViDA? And how does it impact e-invoicing in Belgium and the rest of the EU?
Mhm. Yeah, ViDA is VAT in the digital age. In other terms, aims to modernize VAT collection across the EU countries by standardizing invoicing and digital reporting. The European Council approved the ViDA proposal on November 5th, 2024, setting a phased implementation from 2025 to 2035. So there are some key changes included in here. So what are these? In 2025, local invoice approval requirements are removed. And in 2027, the OSS system expands to cover more services. And in 2028, a single VAT registration, in other terms, OSS applies to all B2C sales and stock transfers. And in 2030, in July, invoicing becomes mandatory for intra-EU B2B transactions. Local invoice systems must align with EU standards, I mean. And in 2035, full compliance required for all national invoicing systems. So these measures aim to reduce VAT fraud, simplify compliance, and enhance automation across Europe's digital economy.
We talked about the rest of the EU. So, Masha, I would like to ask that what are the upcoming invoicing mandates in Europe? And can you provide details for each country? I mean, for some countries at least.
Yes, well, of course, Belgium we've covered. Then we have France, for example, Belgium's neighbor. So there we have September 2026 for large and mid-sized companies as a deadline. And then we have 1 year later, September 2027 for all large and mid-sized companies, which are required to comply. And yes, so 2027 for France. And then we also do have Estonia, for example, January 2025. So it's over. It started already. The customer has the right to do e-invoicing, and then starting with January 2027, it will change to mandatory B2B e-invoicing. So these are some of the dates. Of course, there's a big list of many European countries. Step by step, they're all approaching these e-invoicing mandates. So yeah, it will change a lot in the next following few years.
Yeah, we will see
Yeah, let's see
together.
what will happen.
Yeah, exactly. And what about Peppol? I think Peppol is the most important topic nowadays, especially for Belgium. And that's why I would like to switch to Peppol. And Sultan, let's start with the basic question again. What exactly is Peppol and why was it created?
Yeah, actually, yes, basics are really important. First, we need to learn what is Peppol, and then we can apply it. Peppol, short for Pan-European Public Procurement Online, is a digital network that makes it easy for businesses to exchange e-documents like invoices and tenders across borders. It was developed to solve a big problem. What is that? Every country had its own formats, systems, and rules. So it makes cross-border transactions really complicated. Then Peppol standardizes everything. So businesses and governments can exchange documents seamlessly, no matter where they are based. As more companies go fully digital and regulations become stricter, having a unified, interoperable system like Peppol is more important than ever in this scenario.
So then how does Peppol work? What are the components, and what is the four corner model, and how does it operate?
Peppol works through access points,
Mhm.
and they act as intermediaries for document exchange between organizations. So the core components of Peppol include the Peppol network itself, and that's the infrastructure that supports the secure transmission of e-documents. And then there are the access points and providers. These are providers that enable organizations and companies to connect to the network and then exchange the documents. And also there's the Peppol BIS. This defines the business document formats for Peppol. The Peppol UBL, so the Universal Business Languages, that's the standardized XML format, which is used for exchanging these business documents. And then you asked what the four-corner model is, right? And the four-corner model describes the key components which are involved in a Peppol transaction. And in this model, the sender and recipient each have an access point, the sender and the recipient, and the exchange of the documents is facilitated through these access points. So the components of these are, first of all, the sender on the one side and the recipient on the other side, and then there's the sender's access point and the recipient's access point. And so in total, four model, that's why it's a four corner model. And this model ensures that the document exchange is secure and standardized between businesses.
Yeah, thank you. I got the four corner model. And what about five corner model? And how does it work? Sultan, could you explain us, please?
Yeah, sure. The five corner model actually extends the four corner model by adding a fifth component. So what is that? A validation or trust provider. This additional layer ensures that the exchange documents meet the necessary legal and regulatory requirements. The most important addition in the five corner model, let's say, is the government tax authority, which plays a crucial role in validating the invoices. This is especially important in jurisdictions where governments need to verify and approve invoices before they can be processed for tax compliance. So the five corner, the government tax authority ensures that invoices are in compliance with national tax regulations, thereby adding a critical layer of trust and security to the process. And actually, from my point of view, I can describe the Peppol like uploading your invoices on a high-speed train. It is the fastest and secure model, let's say.
Thank you so much, Sultan. So, Masha, what capabilities and services does Melisoft offer regarding Peppol in Belgium?
Okay, so what does Melisoft offer? Melisoft offers a comprehensive suite of Peppol-related services to businesses in Belgium and beyond. So in many countries in the European Union and other countries as well. And we are an officially certified Peppol access point provider, enabling businesses to securely connect to the Peppol network, and then they can exchange documents efficiently. So some of the capabilities that are included in Melisoft are, for example, Peppol integration. So you can seamlessly connect to Peppol for e-invoicing, e-tenders, and other business documents. And then we are always compliant with European regulations. So we ensure your businesses remain compliant with local and international digital regulations as well, including e-invoicing standards, which tend to change quite a lot as we see. Also, we offer e-invoicing and e-document solutions. So there are secure, standardized, and reliable solutions for exchanging business documents, and also we offer access point integration. So Melisoft's access point service ensures a smooth communication between businesses, reducing operational risks and increasing efficiency. So in total, I can say that Melisoft can help Belgian businesses navigate the complexities of this digital document exchange, which the regulations are always changing and there's always coming something new. And it's really sometimes hard to be compliant, so that Melisoft can help well and just a secure and compliant process of it all.
Oh, thank you so much. So, Sultan, is it for only Belgium? I mean, is Melisoft's Peppol service only available in Belgium, or do you offer global e-invoicing solutions as well? And how does Melisoft keep up with ViDA requirements, by the way?
Yeah, nice point to be touched, Ayça. Of course, we are a global service provider. Melisoft isn't just focused on Belgium. We have businesses all over the world with cross-border invoicing through Peppol. Whether you are working with local partners or doing business internationally, you can send and receive invoices securely and effortlessly. And when it comes to compliance, we've got it covered. And Melisoft fully supports ViDA, VAT in the digital age, in other terms. So businesses can stay aligned with the international tax regulations without any extra hassle. So our goal is to make invoicing as smooth and stress-free as possible, no matter where you operate. And if you are curious about how our Peppol and ViDA compliance solutions can help your business, just feel free to visit the Melisoft portal and check it out.
So, as far as I understand, Melisoft is everywhere. Nice.
Yeah. We are a global company.
Yeah, nice. And Masha, what steps should business take to ensure compliance with the new mandates?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Very important. So what should businesses do? They could prepare, starting with assessing their their invoicing processes. So they could identify whether they're using structured e-invoicing formats like XML, JSON, or UBL. And the next step would be to integrate with Peppol. So since Belgium mandates Peppol, businesses really should ensure their system supports Peppol compliant transactions. So that's very important to ensure this. That would be the second step. And the third step would be to adopt real-time reporting tools. So to align with the five-corner model coming in 2028. So that's mandatory. You should really adopt to a real-time reporting tool. And then, of course, to make everything smooth and carefree for you, you should work with compliance experts. So, for example, Melisoft is a provider that can ensure the implementation and avoid last-minute problems regarding the invoicing process.
Yeah, thank you so much. Other question is coming. Sultan, managing invoicing and SAP, like I switched to SAP directly, but also it's another topic and it's really important because as far as I know, Microsoft has SAP add-on solution as well. So managing invoicing in SAP seems like a headache, right, for a lot of businesses. And
Actually,
how,
if you are with Melisoft, that is not the case.
yeah, I guess so. And how does Microsoft SAP add-on make things easier?
Yeah, nice point again. Actually, SAP is a robust system. With the right tools, invoicing can be managed effortlessly. So that is exactly what Melisoft SAP add-on does. It makes the entire process smooth and efficient within SAP. So with our solution, you don't have to jump between different platforms or deal with complicated setups. Everything happens inside SAP in a way that just makes sense. We've got dedicated cockpits for incoming and outgoing invoices. So tracking and managing them in real time is really effortless. So what is the best part? No custom coding, no ABAP development. You can configure your invoice mappings yourself, even after going live. So this means less hassle, more automation, and full compliance with global regulations. So without slowing down your business. Basically, we take the stress out of invoicing so companies can just focus on what really matters, that is growing their business, of course.
So can we say for most of is like painkiller for headaches?
Yeah. Nice identification. Well, why not?
And Sultan, I want to ask you again. I've heard that one of the trickiest part of invoicing is mapping SAP table files to XML files. And so, how does MailSoft make this easier? Because it looks and it sounds so complicated, you know. And
Yes.
what does
That's
MailSoft do?
That's absolutely right. Actually, it sounds complicated, yes, but Microsoft SAP tables to XML can be a real challenge, but that is exactly where our Microsoft SAP add-on comes in. We have designed it to make this process incredibly simple, no ABAP coding, no need for a developer. With our intuitive interface, users can set up and adjust their mappings by themselves. So even after going live, as I said before, that means if regulations change or business needs evolve, you can adapt quickly without any hassle. This gives businesses the freedom to adjust easily whenever regulations change or new operational needs come up. So no complicated setup and no more headaches. Basically, we take the complexity out of the equation so businesses can focus what really matters. Again, as I said before, getting their invoices processed smoothly and staying compliant only.
That sounds really
Yeah.
flexible. And but what about security and data integrity? How does the Microsoft SAP add-on keep everything safe?
Maybe the most important part for us. Security and data integrity are top priorities for Microsoft. The best part about the Microsoft SAP add-on is that it runs in its own secure space within SAP. So this means it works independently without messing with your existing SAP tables. You don't have to modify anything in your system. It just integrates smoothly while keeping everything intact. Plus, all invoicing operations happen inside SAP, so your sensitive data never leaves the system. No external risks, no unnecessary exposure. So, in short, I can say that we make sure your invoices stay secure, your system stays compliant, and you don't have to worry about the data integrity issues.
And what about efficiency? I imagine managing invoices directly within SAP makes things much smoother, right?
Yes, exactly, Acha. One of the biggest advantages of the Microsoft SAP add-on is how seamlessly it fits into your existing workflow. Unlike external solutions that require switching between multiple platforms, our add-on lets you manage everything directly within SAP, keeping things simple and efficient. So there is no need for extra training or complicated integrations. It works with the system your team already knows. So this means invoices get processed faster, operations run smoother, and your business stay focused on what really matters actually.
Yeah, it sounds like the Microsoft SAP add-on is a complete and secure solution for managing
Yes,
invoices.
exactly.
If you had to sum it up, what's the key takeaway for businesses?
Actually, to sum up, with Microsoft SAP add-on, businesses can manage invoicing directly in SAP, no external systems, no complexity. It ensures full compliance, enhances security, and streamlines the process, of course. Plus, it's flexible. User-friendly design makes adapting to regulatory changes seamless. In short, we simplify invoicing so businesses can focus on their growth only.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. I'm sure our audience is looking forward to seeing how the Microsoft SAP add-on can simplify their invoicing. And let's see together.
Happy to share, Ayça, and I truly believe the solution will make invoicing much smoother for businesses. And thanks for having me. It has been a great discussion.
Other question, Masha, how does Peppol contribute to ViDA's objectives?
Oh, very interesting. Well, Peppol provides a secure and standardized network for e-invoicing, as I've told you. So that's the network. And this network ensures compliance, improves data transparency, and also facilitates cross-border trade. So you can better send e-invoices between different countries and adapt to the specific regulations of one country.
Okay, Masha, I will ask last question to you again.
Okay.
So how should SMEs prepare for these regulations?
SMEs, well, they should evaluate. So first look at their current situation, how they're managing their invoices. And then, of course, they have to choose a Peppol compliant solution if they haven't yet, because as we've repeated for quite sometimes now, 2026 is the starting date. And well, just stay informed regarding regulatory changes, because it does happen a lot that changes occur. So just stay up to date and be compliant.
Yeah, it's always good to be on the safe side.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So thank you. It was last question. I think it's enough for today. It's enough for this webinar. And Sultan and Masha, and thanks a lot for your great insights today. I hope this session gave everyone a clear understanding of Belgium's invoicing transition and how ViDA will shape the future of compliance. Also, Peppol is making invoicing smoother and more secure, and with Microsoft, staying compliant doesn't have to be complicated, as we said before. And if you have any questions or want to learn more, feel free to check out our website or reach out to us. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next webinar. And goodbye.
See you.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.